Thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, you ready to start?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, good. So Thierry, how was filming the No Lays No Game campaign with David Beckham in front of 80,000 fans at the San Siro?
Well, it was fun, unexpected. You never think that you're gonna, do that. I battled against Beck so many times in MLS, Champions League, in the Premier League as national team also. By the way, I was about to forget about that. Yeah, it's just fun overall because I don't know if you saw the one that I've done before, going to people's houses and stuff like that. I never done that in my life before. I just turn up at people's houses and asking them, sorry if they have plays, and if they don't. I mean, you saw it. So that was out of my comfort zone. So when obviously I had the chance to work again with Blaze and do this type of fun ad, because I'm not saying the others are boring, but they're pretty predictable. Right, there's something new there. I mean, it was new for me to go to someone's houses. This time we are addressing fans, 80,000 fans, knowing that I paid for Juve. I said to myself in the back of my mind, am I going to get booties, Milan Stadium? How are they going to do that? But, they want to see the game. Why are we here type of thing, get out of the Jumbotron, we're waiting for the game here. But, the fans responded well. Everybody was good. On set, everything was nice. Being able to interact also with Bex, which obviously I see from time to time in London. But that was pretty different. So no, it just, it was, to say the least, an experience, but a good one.
Yeah. Seeing the stadium full on a Champions League night, did it bring back memories, and did it make you want to get back out there?
No, I'm good with that. I'm good. I just, don't get me wrong. Obviously, it's a Champions League night. We arrived early. You're at the San Siro. You watch you look at the stadium, you look around, but you're not like, oh, I wish I was playing type of thing. You grasp it, you see the atmosphere is great. And by the way, it was pretty loud because they needed to win the game against Paris that night. And it was pretty loud. But then, I played 20 years. I'm good with that. I'm not saying, but I'm just, it was a great night, great atmosphere. But yeah, I was happy to be there watching the games, and also, at that moment with the winners that had obviously lays in the stadium, and we watched the game.
Awesome. Yeah. What do you make of Arsenal's chances in the Champions League this season?
It's early doors. I don't, I always say, sometimes when I'm working, doing some bit of punditry, I don't like to do all those schedules and all those, who's gonna meet who and what's gonna do what and who. Do you prefer to play at home or away after it changes? It doesn't change anything. We need to see what the draw is gonna be like. I do believe, for example, last year, if some of the teams that were on the right, all the Italian teams were on the other side playing the best teams, I don't know if you would have had the same final. So you have to wait on the draw. You have to wait on a lot of stuff. So all I can say right now is we do look okay in the Champions League, apart from the defeat that we had in Lens, if I remember well, and the draw against Eindhoven, which is not an easy place to go, as you can see in the league over there. In the league, better from the last game, as I would say. So, it's open. It's too early to call who's going to be missing, who's going to be in form. But it's surely, like I said, better to see Arsenal in the Champions League and have at least something to cheer about on the Tuesday night or on the Wednesday night, because that didn't happen for a very long time. But if I want a team to win the Champions League, obviously I want Arsenal to do that. But are they going to do it? Who knows? We can all hope.
Yeah, you came very close to winning it with Arsenal, but you did win it with Barcelona. That must have been amazing after coming so close with the Gunners.
Yeah, it was tough. With Monaco, we reached the semi-final. We lost against Juve. It was a long time ago. Obviously, it was a surprise for us to be in the semi-final. Then, obviously, as you know, with Arsenal, we went into the final, lost it. Then, obviously, my last, because I had one more year in Europe before going to the MLS. When then we managed to obviously win it with Barcelona and doing the treble with it, which it's not an easy thing to do, but we managed to do that. you know, Champions League is always a great competition. You know, some players didn't win it, some players won it multiple times. So you can be fortunate to say that you at least have one.
You had a fantastic Barcelona team then, but who was your toughest opponent in the Champions League?
Well, it depends. I remember one night with Arsenal playing against Deportivo La Coruña, and it was pretty difficult to beat us at Highbury. And I lost game at Highbury where team beat us on the counter, or we missed chances and they scored. But against that night against La Coruña, I think we lost 2-0 and we didn't touch the ball. And for us not to have the ball at Highbury and not touch it and getting played off the park, yeah, to be good. I'm not saying it's not so much the results because we lost game at Highbury, but how we lost against La Coruña that day, I was like, wow, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, playing at Highbury must have been fantastic. But apart from Highbury, what was your favourite venue to play at in a Champions League night?
Oh, I mean, San Siro away, obviously Madrid, Camp Nou. You know, if those are obvious. Dortmund also, the wall. But I would say San Siro and Bernabeu, apart from obviously playing at home, obviously at the Emirates, Highbury, or playing the Camp Nou with Barcelona, but San Siro and Bernabeu are like straight up. You know, they don't open up. They're straight. So when you have 80,000 to between around 90 at Real Madrid, it is something. You feel like the stadium is right on top of you. But then when the ref blow the whistle, it's all go down to business.
Yeah, you scored a great goal against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Would you say that was your best goal in the Champions League?
I guess maybe, yeah, because, you know, 1-0, you beat Madrid. You know, the one against Sparta Prague, you know, I scored some goals in the Champions League that were at times as important or maybe more beautiful. But I guess this one people remember, it's away against Madrid. You win 1-0, you knock them out, not on the night. Obviously, we drew 0-0 on the return leg, but yeah, it's up there though. That is for sure.
Yeah. What was your favorite game you played in the Champions League?
So I think my first one wasn't bad. With Monaco, I think I had 2 assists and 2 goals. But it depends. It depends because I played also some games where I didn't score and I didn't have assists, and people will not remember. I just say that for me, I always kind of see it as whether you had an assist or a goal, as long as you had an impact for your team is always important. You know, like, you know, this type of question before, I always remember. I always used to think about how I was in my games and stuff like that. But ultimately, you see after your career and during your career towards the end that you need to have also the 3 points or going through or that you had an impact for your team. So for me, that's the most important thing. And I know I'm not trying to duck the question or whatever, but it's an easy one. I can name a lot of games where, like, oh my God, this one was the one. But overall, you know, I like the overall, if you know what I mean, work that you did.
Yeah, awesome. And you work for CBS covering Champions League. It's a really fun show. I enjoy watching it with Michael Richards, Jamie Carragher. How much do you enjoy that show?
Well, what we have, I think, is very important. We have great chemistry. On top of, I think, making people laugh in bracket, we do also talk about the game. And we do, I think, I do analyze the game a certain way. Also, I know what goes viral is, you know, the funny bits, but the show is very long and it's not only the funny bits. We do analyze the game. We do talk about serious stuff. It can be racism. We talked about other political stuff at times during the show. So I think we are able to touch kind of a bit of everything, if I can say, and still make people laugh with it. But what's good is the chemistry that we have, I think, is second to none. And some of the stuff that you see are not rehearsed, are not prepared, is just us at times having a good moment and reacting to whoever is making a mistake or is having a bad night. That's that's what we do at times, trying to stay serious when we have to be serious. But I think it's also good to have a bit of fun along the way.
Yeah. And speaking of, this is obviously a Lay's commercial. What's your favorite flavor of Lay's?
Oh, original. I'm an original guy, old
Nice.
school. That's me. I'm just original.
Oh, classic. Oh, yeah. Well, I could speak football with you all day, but I think there are other people waiting who need to interview you. So it's a pleasure to interview, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Thierry. See you later. Bye.